So I wanted to talk about a scan that I had recently, and I think I have some bad news to share with everyone. So I know it's been a long time since I posted anything, and honestly, I've just had a lot of stuff going on. I've had a really hard time healing from this surgery. For those of you that don't know, this is part one of a two-part surgery to fix some issues I had with my nose and a few other things around my eyes. And I had a follow-up appointment with my plastic surgeon, Dr. Stefan. I ended up having to see one of his nurses because he wasn't there that day, and according to them, everything is healing fine, and I'm supposed to go for a follow-up checkup here real soon to kind of get an idea of what we're going to be doing next time and when that's going to be. But I'm really not sure if that's going to have to hold off now. Right before this surgery, I noticed on my neck that I had a tiny little bump. In the midst of my surgery coming up and everything else going on, I didn't really think a whole lot about it, and I just kind of thought it would go away. And after my surgery, I had such a hard time bouncing back from that. I mean, I literally laid in bed for like 2 straight weeks. But really, it's taken months to really get my energy level back up and to just feel better about doing daily activities. I mean, it was kind of expected that I would have a hard time with this, but it was more than, I guess, what I thought it was going to be. So anyway, throughout the healing process, I am also having to deal with some family problems and issues that I've been having, on top of worrying about the lump that I found on my neck. Progressively over the last month and a half or so, as I've kind of come out of the healing process of the surgery, I noticed that the bump that I had wasn't getting any smaller, and now it felt like there was actually 2 bumps. So I set up a scan with my radiation doctor and a follow-up appointment with him to have an MRI done. And it took forever for them to be able to set up the MRI. Something was wrong with the paperwork that had to be sent to my local hospital, so I didn't have to go 2 counties over to get a scan done there. It took another 2 weeks before I could go see my doctor again. And the follow-up visit for him was going to be on the 30th of December because he took the holidays off. And during that wait, I was starting to get a little bit antsy because of some of the symptoms I was having. I would get things like random nosebleeds, which I thought were probably due to my surgery, and they still could be due to that, but I wasn't sure. I also felt extremely tired. It was really hard to get up and get moving some days. I wake up my children for school every morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I never go back to sleep after that. I always stay up and just go through the day and then go to bed later at night. But for the last couple of weeks, I've been going right back to sleep, and sometimes for 1, 2, or even 3 extra hours. On top of that, I've been having these weird migraine headaches, which I also attributed to possibly the surgery being the cause of that. But the weirdest symptom of all is I will be holding something in my hand, and I'll just drop it for no reason at all. Like picking up my car keys. Sometimes I'll pick them up and then just immediately let go of them. And it happens so quick, it's like my brain doesn't register that I told my hand to do that for whatever reason. So I've been having a lot of these symptoms, and like I said, I was a little bit antsy about them, but I thought they might be attributed to the surgery or the hard time I had healing from it, and on top of all the stress that I'm having in my personal life. So finally, December 30th comes around, and I go to the doctor, not really sure what to expect or what they might find, or if they would find anything. I didn't know. I wasn't sure. And then we get there, and my doctor typically doesn't do any sort of strength or cognitive tests with me, and I thought that was kind of weird. So that had me thinking that there might be something going on, but I wasn't really sure. And after all that was said and done, he asked me if anybody had explained the scan results to me. And me still being completely blind to what's in the paper and having no idea what to expect, told him no, obviously. And he told me that they found lesions in my brain. And the radiologist at the hospital that looked at the scan first indicated this could be a possible reoccurrence. My radiation doctor said it's possible that this is scar tissue due to the radiation treatment that I had like 2.5 years ago. They don't know for sure, and they won't know what that is or what these bumps on my neck are until I get a PET scan done in about 2 weeks or maybe less. So I'm kind of stuck not knowing now what those lesions are or what they mean for me in the future, or what the bumps on my neck are, but I guess I'll know soon enough. Obviously not the news I wanted to hear, but I mean, honestly at this point, it's just something that I expected would happen. I guess I'm just feeling a little bit more antsy because I don't know what it would mean if it was in my brain. I'm not sure if that would be a good thing for me, but I'm taking it day by day. We don't know until we get those PET scan results back, so there's really no need in losing sleep over it or freaking myself out about it. But yeah, that's basically what's been going on in my life. And like I said, I'll be getting that scan done in a couple weeks, so hopefully I will get all of this figured out sooner than later. Thank you guys so much for listening to my crazy life story the last few years, and thank you for all of your support. It really does mean a lot to me. I feel extremely lucky to have a platform where I can reach out with these issues and get the kind of support that I receive. Thank you so much.